Tigers are headed to the Ivy League. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now. Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report, brought to you by the Green Turtle. I'm Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And coach, this Sunday the Tigers head up to Ithaca, New York to take on Cornell, the Big Red, a team that came here last year and really had a good time at CQ Arena as they beat up on the Tigers pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they beat us, hopefully our guys are aware of that. It's our job to make them aware of that. Brian Earl's got a good program. They had a great year last year in the Ivy League, and we got to go up and figure out how to get a road win. So it's a great opportunity for us. They got to run, a lot of people call it the Princeton type of offense with backdoor cuts and three-point shooting, and then very precise on offense. Jim Boeheim's son is a terrific player for them. A 6'7", 6'8", left-handed guy that can shoot it. He can post up. He can handle. He's a really hard matchup, and they've got some veteran perimeter guys. But you hit it on the head. I mean, they beat us last year. If we're going to be a good team this year, like we expect to be, we've got to have an edge to us from some games where we didn't get over the hump last year. So that's going to be important heading on the road.
Now, you've got guys that played in that game last year. Obviously, they're going to remember what happened here at CQ, so you probably don't have to do a whole lot of motivating.
Well, we'll find out, right? We got a handful of guys that played a lot. So, like I said, they beat us. Every year is different, but they're a good club. They're not going to beat themselves. We've got to go on the road and obviously make sure our defense travels, which is something we hang our hat on. And then we've got to play the right way on offense, which we've shown flashes of doing. This is an unselfish group with screening, cutting, and sharing it, and that's what we've got to do up there. So if we can get good shots and take care of the basketball, then it gives our defense a chance to get back and be what it is, which is pretty good. And it's going to have to be Sunday. Any road win at this level of Division I basketball is like gold.
One player that his numbers are not terrible from a standpoint of points per game is Brian Fobbs, but we still haven't seen him get into a hot streak yet. That's got to be encouraging that he's averaging 13, 14 points a game, but he hasn't gotten hot yet.
Well, part of me would have liked to have had that happen in a couple close games, but Brian's gonna be fine. What I liked in the last two games in Charleston is he took really good shots. We got him off some screens. We got him in the post a little bit. Last game he was 4-1 assist to turnover. He's been rebounded pretty good and playing good defensively. But yeah, he will make shots. That's, he's got to take the right shots, and he will make shots. And he's also one of these guys. He's not hung up on all that stuff. He's a good teammate, and he's got a good dose of humility. But he's a guy that that obviously we're counting on heavily.
We saw in the Charleston tournament, if he doesn't get into foul trouble, Nakai Sanders can be a very, very dangerous force.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key, right? I mean, he's a good player for us, and he was out first couple of games. Now we get him back, and when he's on the floor, he's productive. I was just telling our staff earlier what a great job Charles Thompson is doing. And, way to get Charles more minutes. Sometimes it's hard to get. If Nakai does what he's supposed to, it becomes hard to get him minutes because, Nakai he's 6'8", he's 235. He moves really well. He loves contact.
And as you mentioned, his body fat's way down.
He went from 13% to 7%. I mean, he's in the best shape of his life, running, jumping. I think that'll keep him on the floor longer, which we need. He's got a great emotional spirit to him too that the guys like, and he's a key piece. Like you said, when he's on the court, he gives us something that not a lot of teams in our league are going to have.
What about basically 7 days off, Sunday to Sunday, and a holiday mixed in the middle of all that. What do you do to keep guys focused? There won't be any school after Wednesday. What do you do to keep?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. We came back on Monday, so we're off. Practice Tuesday. Going to practice very early Wednesday morning. We have a lot of local guys, and people don't know. So we got to come back Christmas night, so we're gonna let them go home for Thanksgiving dinner with their families, and then come back Friday afternoon practice Saturday morning, head up to Cornell and play. It's awfully hard to keep guys straight through the holiday. I'm a big believer if I can get guys, regional guys, a chance to go home for a day. That's how we try to twist it. Practice real early Wednesday, then practice late Friday afternoon. So guys will take advantage of that, and we got to be ready to go. Like I said, you brought it up. We lost to these guys last year, and it's a chance to get a road victory against a good team. So hopefully we're ready to go.
All right, so the Tigers will take on Cornell Sunday at 4 o'clock. I'll have the call for you starting at 3:45 on CBS Sports Radio 1300 and TowsonTigers.com. Now, famous alums from Cornell.
I'm sure there's quite a few presidents and ambassadors. What's your favorite food for Thanksgiving, Spiro? That's what inquiring minds want to know.
My favorite food?
Yeah, what's your go-to?
I like the cranberry sauce out of the can, not the real kind. I like the fake kind.
Oof, all right. Oof.
What's yours?
I don't know. My wife makes great stuffing.
Anyway, how about Tricia Brandenburg, Deputy Athletic Director at Towson University?
Boom.
How about Vince Angotti Jr., son of the former head coach of the Tigers? All-American lacrosse player at Cornell.
Boom.
All right. We wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.
Boom.
And the coach and I will be back here next week for another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Tigers.